Hello, it's me. I made this presentation in Google Photos. I've never presented from Google Photos before, so let's just double click and hope it goes good. Oh no, okay, we're gonna go like this. So we've got a PAX booth today, and yesterday, and tomorrow. I'm very tired. One of the things that you might not think about if you're putting together a PAX booth is you actually have a power budget. Under the table, there is hopefully 2 points for power, one for you and one for the person behind you. If you go into the documentation and you read those documents that you're sent when you sign up for a booth, it'll tell you that you have 4 amps worth of power. I have a sneaky suspicion, but I have not confirmed this, that we're actually on a shared 10 amp outlet. And if you or the booth next to you are both greedy, you might just blow the breaker, which would be very inconvenient during a show floor. Also, I love that they throw around balloons at PAX in the queue. It's so fun. Anyway. So, what do? You set up your booth at home. This is Liam. This is our wonderful AI programmer. I seeked consent for putting this slide up less than half an hour ago. And we literally set up our booth on my kitchen table. Please don't geolocate me. To do this, we essentially had to think about computers, how much power they use. You might be familiar with a desktop. Many of you probably have them. They use a lot of power. They've got big stonking video cards. They have CPUs that go very quickly, but they also create a lot of heat and use a lot of power. So just to go back a slide, look at that. We have 3 computers that we want to run, and a router because it's a network game. Don't get me started. Spies and Soldiers, you should play it now. Also, I'm a contract game developer network, yeah. So, we decided to go with laptops. An equally valid option that I would be very jealous if someone went with would be like Intel NUCs or the Intel Extreme, little tiny notebooks in a desktop format. They are particularly amazing because they use laptop CPUs, laptop video cards, and laptops need to run on batteries. So they are very conservative with their power draws. The other thing is I would recommend going down to Bunnings and get yourself a little power measure thing. This is really fun if you want to see how much power your computer uses at home. It'll tell you how much it costs per year when you're gaming. It'll tell you, essentially how much power something uses, which if you're a giant nerd like me, you'll find exciting. We plugged all of our computers into one giant power board, and we found that we're using 2 amps. So that's great. We're well under our power budget. If our next door neighbor at PAX is using a little bit over, we won't have any issues. Little anecdote as well. So if you only have one power outlet, there's a grumpy technician that comes around and literally just plugs in an extra extension cable and then puts it under the other side. So we are sharing power. You can buy more. I don't logistically know how that would work. Last tip. Let's take you inside the booth. If you want to come to PAX tomorrow, you can see this booth. We literally have computers on it right now. This is the 2nd year we've run this. The first year, we kind of just piled up the laptops around the outside of the box. It worked. It wasn't very good. This year, I thought I'd outdo myself. We have a monitor riser that would raise a monitor up, and I was like, oh great, I can put a laptop on top of that, and then we can put a laptop underneath it. It was a little bit rickety, so we used some tactical, very technical masking tape. And we've got the empty box that all of the cables and all of the things came in that we carried the booth stuff to the booth with. So it's very utilitarian. Let's see how it worked. That's our giant power board. Down the bottom here, you can see this is before the booth next to us realized that they didn't have power. We got another one of these grey ones added later. Another reason to have laptops is if your booth power needs to be unplugged and plugged in again for any particular reason, all of your computers stay on, which is nice. So then we essentially put laptops in there. Let's zoom in and enhance. I don't actually know how to go up. Here we go. Whoa, that's too detailed. So we still have one laptop with another laptop underneath. Sorry, Liam's laptop, as photoed earlier. And then we also have this one on top. And that is particularly convenient because if you go to the booth and you play 2 practice games in a row, you will find that there is a pretty likely chance that the game will crash so hard that we have to hard reset the laptop. So we only do practice games on that top laptop that's easy to access. Test your game before you take it to PAX. Also finish your game before you take it to PAX. So if anyone wants to talk about booths or wants to ask questions about running a booth, we've done it twice at PAX. We run a full network under there. I can talk about how to turn a network game into a LAN game on very low time, lots of bodging. And this is a selfie that I took when I was putting this talk together earlier tonight. Thanks. Also, thank you for coming. You are all amazing. This is so good. Give yourself a round of applause.